guys, welcome back to the channel. Hello if you are new. Today I'm bringing you my 2019 cruelty-free beauty favorites of the year. This is going to be a long video, so grab a drink, grab a snack. A lot of these things you probably have heard me mention a million times, use a million times. Maybe I didn't always use them in every single video, but these are all of my favorites. As always, all of the products I mentioned today will be linked below in the description box, so make sure to check that out. And you guys want to see what all of my cruelty-free beauty faves were for the year of 2019, then definitely keep watching. Let's get into the video. Let's start with the base type products first, like the face, primer, all that good stuff. Once again, second year in a row, I still love these products. They are amazing. Best face primer, hands down, still goes to the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This one is silicone free. It's good if you have dry skin. I am wearing all of my favorites. Well, not all of my favorites, but I am wearing everything today that I've loved. And then when I got ready today, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to use all my faves today. So I am wearing this primer underneath my foundation, and it just helps my foundation stay on really long. I don't wear this every single day, but if I want my makeup to last all day, like if I'm going out, it's a weekend, this just works fantastic. I just absolutely love it. And for setting spray, I had to give a shout out to this because, again, still my favorite. I'm on my second bottle. I will probably have to get another one because it's just so stinking good. Again, from Too Faced, this is part of the Hangover RX line, but this one is good because it's alcohol free, it's oil free, it's silicone free. You guys now have super sensitive dry skin, and I have tried so many setting sprays, both high-end and drugstore, and I have yet to find one just as good as this one. It works, it smells really nice. I like the pump, I like the spray, gives an even mist, and it really does lock in my makeup. Helps with my dry skin, and if you use these two together, it's like a match made in heaven for dry skin. So had to give these a shout out because they are still my go-tos and still my favorites. Alright, let's move on to foundation. Now, towards the end of this year, I've recently tried quite a few foundations. Some were a hit, some were a miss. And I'm still not comfortable mentioning a few of them. Like Make It Revolution, I love that foundation, but the color is so wrong for me. I need to purchase another shade and then keep playing with it more. But I wanted to go with what I used the most this year, what I think looks good on my skin, what was long lasting. These two foundations right here. You guys remember last year this was my favorite, and it's still my favorite. This is my second or third bottle. I just love this foundation. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I'm in the shade Porcelain. You've seen me use it a million times. I'm wearing it today. It's just beautiful. It's literally like liquid skin in a bottle. It does have a dropper applicator, which isn't my absolute favorite when it comes to foundations. I prefer a pump, but it's just so good. I don't even care. And it lasts so well throughout the day. She just always comes through for me. She's another winner. I have to give it up to NYX. It's amazing. And then I had to mention this foundation because I've worn it so many times, but it's the Flower Light Illusion foundation. This one does have a pump, which I do appreciate. Now this color is way too dark for me, so I do have to lighten it, but oh my goodness, you guys. This has beautiful coverage. It looks a little bit dewy on the skin, a little illuminating. If you have dry skin, I definitely would recommend checking out this foundation. It's long wearing, so if you're in the market for a cruelty-free drugstore foundation, again, this one, I reached for this so many times, and again, long wearing, worked well with my dry skin, and just gives a beautiful finish. And then I had to give a quick mention to the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer. This was a lifesaver this year. So glad I finally decided to try this out. I believe I purchased this last year during Black Friday. And oh my goodness, this combined with this was such a helper, especially whenever I needed to light a foundation. Works great. It's very highly pigmented. It's super, super white. So this really was a lifesaver. Works great. Doesn't seem to alter any of my foundation formulas. This was a winner. I had to mention her. I also have to quickly mention my favorite beauty sponge. This was like a game changer for me this year. Super affordable, budget friendly. You're going to see a lot of Miss A products in this video. But this is the Paw Paw Charity Wonder Blender sponge in the teardrop shape. This is my absolute favorite. I have tried quite a few sponges from them, but these are just fantastic. Super soft, easy to clean. They last a long time, they're durable, and they get the job done. $1.88 or something crazy like that. There's no need to go out and buy a beauty blender. Those are like 20 some dollars. So this has been absolutely my favorite way to apply foundation and concealer and blend everything out. It just gives a flawless application to cream products, and I mean, I had to mention it. It's amazing. I do have a favorite eyeshadow primer this year. This is a real mind bender because if you guys remember, I mentioned a long time ago, I did not like this eyeshadow primer. I had so many issues with it, but I think because I was using it incorrectly. It's the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. This is such a good primer. I'm wearing it today, of course, and the way I like to apply it is just squeeze out a very tiny amount, the size of a pea, on the back of my hand. I like to warm it up and then evenly distribute that amount on both eyelids and make sure they're completely dry. There's no concealer, there's no like extra oils on my skin or anything, and then gently tap it and blend it out. And I also like to set it with a little powder, and that's just my method for using this eyeshadow primer. It's fantastic. It really does help prevent my eyeshadows from creasing. It helps them last longer, and I've really noticed a difference with this product. That was a real shocker. This product really surprised me. I didn't think I would end up falling in love with it, but I really love it. So let's talk about setting powders, because these right here were so surprisingly amazing and so affordable. I mean, how can I not mention the AOA Studio loose setting powders and pressed powders? So these have been just my constant go-tos. I just think the quality is amazing, and for $1, you really can't go wrong. Cruelty free, they're vegan as well. I also really love the pressed powders. I have the one in translucent, and I also have the one in porcelain. This one is great if you want extra coverage, and it is a somewhat new product, but I have been using them for the past like 2 or 3 months very consistently, and I've fallen in love. Had to give them a mention. More people need to talk about these because I think they're absolutely amazing. Alright, I'm going to briefly mention brow products. You guys know brows are my least favorite makeup area to do. I've tried so many brow pencils and pomades and waxes, and I'm just so over it. I pretty much, once I find something I love, I stick with it. Once again, you guys, these products are so good. The NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade in the shade Black. Of course, I'm wearing it right now. It's amazing. It's the perfect cool toned, very deep brown shade. And I love this formula because it's not too creamy. It doesn't slip and slide around. And I actually feel like this gets better over time as it starts to dry out, because you can really manipulate and do little brow strokes. And even though I use a brow pomade in my brows, you can tell they're very soft today. I did them really softly, and you can really have control if you have a good brush as well. But I just love this product. I think it's great. It lasts all day. It doesn't move around. Holy grail for me, the Milani Brow Shaping Clear Gel. This is so good. I don't know what sort of magic is in here, but it has a very small spoolie, and it's just absolutely perfect for setting your brows after you apply your pencil or powders or whatever. Best clear brow gel ever. Hands down. This is like holy grail status for me. So once again, in love. A new favorite this year. Out of all the brow products I've tried this year, this was a real game changer, and I love it. It's fantastic. No one is really talking about it. It's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's their Wow Brow Gel. Now this has brow fibers, and this is tinted. So unlike this one, which is just a clear setting brow gel, this one actually fills in, gives your brow hairs more fluff, more fullness, And I also applied this through my brows very lightly just to give them a little bit more fluff, make them a little bit fuller, a little bit hairier. And this one is fantastic. On days where I don't wear a full face of makeup, but I still want to put something through my brows, I'll just work this in, maybe do 1 or 2 layers and like really build it up, and I'm done. Like, I don't need to do anything else. So if you have fuller brows and you're looking for a product like this that has like brow fibers and it's just like a one-stop shop, put it in and you're done. You have to give this a try, you guys. I almost forgot to mention my favorite bronzer, contour, just my all-around favorite palette for the face, and of course I used it today to get ready, is once again the Lunatic Cosmetic Labs contour palette. This is the volume 1. They also have a volume 2 for like medium to deep skin tones. This is just still my favorite. I mean, I absolutely love it. Today I'm wearing the lighter bronzer. As you can tell, it's been very well loved, and I love the blushes in here. I always reach for this palette. I've used it so much and I can't help it. I mean, once I find something I love, I keep using it. I'm a creature of habit, so if I find a product that really works for me, I keep using it consistently. I just love this palette. The quality is fantastic. The colors are so nice. They blend like a dream. They work great on the face, on the eyes. You could even use some of these dark colors in the brows. I mean, I've used it for everything and it is so good. Alright, let's move on to highlighters. I have so many favorites here and I'm just going to try to go through them as quickly as possible. So I tried some really amazing products, some new products, and a brand that I was wanting to try for 2019 was Juvia's Place. And this highlighter, oh my goodness, I wore this so many times. I kind of wish I would have worn this one today, but it's such a good one. I need to pull it out again, but it's the Nubian by Juvia's loose highlighter in the shade Cleo. Now this is a loose highlighter, so it is a little bit on the messy side, but oh my goodness, these are so beautiful. They're super finely milled. Just a quick little swatch there on my knuckles. But oh my goodness, so finely milled. It blends into the skin so nicely and it just looks so pretty on the cheekbones. This just lasts all day, you know, if you use a setting spray. I mean, the formula is a dream. Another brand that I really fell in love with this year is Gimme Glow Cosmetics. I love their highlighters. I had to mention them. The one I'm wearing today is their pressed permanent shade. This is from their like permanent line. This one is in Platinum Lilac. Has very bold writing on the back there, and I'm actually wearing this one today. It's one of my favorites. If I'm wearing like a soft kind of dusty rose eye look, this is my favorite. It's beautiful. It's like a lilac shimmery color. It's so, oh my gosh, talk about pigmented, you guys. The formula is so smooth and buttery. Now if you don't like a very intense highlight, this is not for you. You have to be careful. They are so pigmented. You see that swatch? Look at that. And what I did today is I like to mix in a little bit of this is the shade Snow Angel. This is the loose highlighter from their holiday collection, but I believe they made this permanent, and this is like a snowy fairy white. It is angelic. It's beautiful. So I just layered some of that over top. Can you see that glow? Woo! We are shining today. But this is so beautiful. This gives you that angelic glow. You look like an angel. It's just beautiful. Or a fairy. You look like a fairy. It's so pretty. And this was, again, I think this is a limited edition, but it's the pressed highlighter in the shade Snowflake. Oh my gosh, you guys. Check out my video. I just did a holiday tutorial and I put this all over my cheekbones, and it's a beautiful thing. I mean, if you love your highlighters really intense, you have to check this brand out. They're so good. I had to mention these last, yes, I have 3 more favorites. I can't help it, you guys. These have just been amazing this year. This is in the shade 01. It's called Afterglow, and this is the Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder from Milani Cosmetics. I can't tell you how many times I reached for this highlighter this year. It's just an easy go-to, not as intense as the one from Gimme Glow Cosmetics. So if you want something a little bit softer, more like wearable glow, this is beautiful. And then the last 2 I had to give a shout out to, the Halo highlighters. These are beautiful. They are $1, which blows my mind. They have that baked feel and look. They have the different colors kind of swirled all together. And the two that I wear constantly is Blissful and Allure. You guys have seen me use these so many times the past few months. I know you're probably sick of it. These are just so pretty. The formula is really nice. They're not dry like other baked products I've tried before in the past. These are just so good, you guys. $1. $1 highlighters. These are just as good as like some higher end products, and they're long lasting, they're smooth, they look beautiful. Again, these are softer on the skin, not as intense as the other ones I mentioned, but these are just absolutely beautiful. And then for blush, again, I pretty much have been using my Lunatic Cosmetic Labs blushes, and if I'm not using them, I'm still using my e.l.f. primer infused blushes. Those were my favorite last year, and I didn't want to mention them again because, you know, I'm gonna sound like a broken record in this video, but I wanted to mention these because I've been reaching for them a lot. It's the Lumi Radiant blushes. Again, the A-Way Studio line. It was so hard to pick only one or two, but I have here Sin and Ravish. Now these are very glowy, they're very illuminating. If you guys missed my review and swatches on these blushes, definitely check that out if you guys want to see like lots of swatches and my thoughts. But pretty much they're amazing, they're beautiful. This one here, Ravish, is one of my favorites. It's the perfect coral blush. Let me just, I mean, look at this. Look how beautiful. It's like the perfect coral peachy deliciousness. I love this one. It's just, oh, so good, so good. All right, let's move on to the eye. So I already mentioned my favorite eyeshadow primer, my favorite liner. So first off, one of the products I wanted to mention today I can't find. Somehow, it's probably in some weird spot in my makeup collection. You guys, it's driving me crazy that I can't find it, but it's from Real Hair Cosmetics. It's their I Am Amazing Black Retractable Liner. It has a sharpener at the bottom, and it's just so long wearing. It's matte, it's black. I love using it to tightline. It has been the best pencil to wear in the waterline and to tightline, especially if I want that nice dark black matte look. It's super pigmented, long wearing. I don't know where it is. I'm so sorry I don't have it here to show you, but you've seen me use it so many times. It's so good, and it doesn't like bleed, or, you know, it wears super well throughout the day, and it's just been my absolute favorite. These are from Flower Beauty. They're called the Vinyl Eyes Glossy Gel Eyeliner. I know, that's a mouthful. So I have 4 shades here. The 3 that I've used the most, these 3 right here, I can't stop using. The shade Bronzed Out, and then we have Serpent, which is the beautiful green, and then Purple Quartz is the one I'm wearing today. I just did a soft smudged out liner along my upper lash line and did a little bit of a flick here at the end, kind of like a soft wing. I have been getting away from liquid liners lately, if you haven't noticed, and I just love doing a pencil along my lashes and then taking a brush and doing kind of a smoky, smudged out thing, kind of wing, or sometimes just smudged out liner. It just looks smoky and softer, and I just really love the effect it gives. I absolutely love them for doing that technique, and they're just amazing. They are retractable, so they're easy to use. So easy, retractable, you don't have to sharpen them, and they have a sharpener at the bottom. So if you want to make it a fine point and do like a more precise line with it, this really does come in handy, and I just love them. Alright, I have a huge stack of eyeshadows because this was the year for eyeshadow palettes. 100% tried some amazing things this year. I couldn't pick just one. So if you're wondering what I'm wearing on my eyes today, it's this palette right here. It's the Lolita eyeshadow palette. I know they have another one that just came out recently, but this palette right here is just stunning. I mainly love these 4 shades here. I wish this palette was nothing but those type of colors, because these ones are a little bit different. But oh my goodness, the formula is that same amazing formula. They blend like a dream. They last all day. I can't tell you how many times I reach for this palette, especially those 4 shades, just doing a quick, easy look. It just looks so soft and beautiful. I don't know what my obsession is with these like dusty, mauvey, purpley, a little touch of pink in there. I'm just obsessed. Love this palette. This was actually a Christmas present last year, and all year long I've just been obsessed, and I love it. It's a beautiful, soft, romantic palette, and the shades in here are so easy and wearable and beautiful, and they just blend like a dream. Alright, next on my list, this palette got a lot of love this year. I did tons of fun videos, palette bingo. I don't know if I did, I think I did like a 2 looks or 3 looks, 1 palette with it, but this palette has just been really fantastic. And this is, yeah, I guess you would consider it drugstore because the brand is drugstore, but this is the Emily Noel Edit the Once palette. This palette is so much fun. Again, I can't tell you how many times I pull this out just for doing looks like in my everyday life, not necessarily doing YouTube videos because I'm constantly reviewing new things. But this palette is just so much fun. I definitely want to pull it out and do some more looks for you guys if you're interested. Again, if you want to see like swatches and tutorials and stuff, I've done tons of different looks with this palette, but it's just a really good one. You know, every time I pull it out, I feel like the looks that come out of this palette, I just love how they turn out. If that makes any sense. Yeah, Emily did such a great job with this collection. This is the only thing I purchased, but such a fun palette, and I had to show it some love. This is definitely the year that I fell in love with indie makeup and really dived into, you know, buying from smaller companies. So first up, you guys are probably not surprised, Gimme Glow Cosmetics. Oh my goodness. I can't tell you guys, their eyeshadow formula, hands down. And I was kind of nervous. You know, you never know buying from a company for the first time. And I purchased the Grunge palette along with some other things during their sale like last year. And oh my goodness, you guys, this is the Grunge palette. They have since changed the packaging. This is still available. You can still get your hands on it, which I'm so glad they kept this palette around. Beautiful, pigmented, fun. I mean, the mattes in here, you guys. One little swipe. Do you see that? One little swipe. So saturated, pigmented. I have done pretty much reviews, swatches, tutorials on pretty much all of these. I can't wait to try more from the brand. I'm already obsessed. Love this palette. You guys have seen me use it a million times. And this one was a new purchase this year, and it's still that amazing formula. This is the Juicy Olive palette. Talk about the most beautiful greens I've ever seen. The foiled shadows, you guys. They are like liquid pigmented deliciousness. Let me just live swatch right here. Look at this. I mean, I just cannot get over their quality. Is consistent with all of the palettes that I own. I only own 3 palettes from them. They're so saturated. You don't even have to wet your brush if you don't want to. Like, they are just so pigmented. They blend like a dream. They're long lasting. They don't crease on me, even though these are super foiled. I don't get like that really bad creasing with some other brands that I've, you know, encountered. Wow. Just wow. I don't know what else to say. Another brand that I really fell in love with this year, Juvia's Place. Oh my goodness. Once again, you guys, they have such amazing deals. I think I got 30 or 40% off on these palettes. I only have 2 from them, and they're constantly coming out with new things. I can't even keep up, but these palettes are amazing. Again, really great quality. This is the Warrior 2 palette. This is the all matte palette, and I can't believe how many times I reach for this palette. I've even used it on my face, this shade to like contour with, this shade as like a blush. I mean, they perform so nicely. They're, again, pigmented. The matte formula is fantastic. They're foiled shadows like in this palette. Oh, I love this palette. I need to get this out more often. This is the Tribe palette. You guys know I'm obsessed with greens right now, and these colors are so pretty, especially Coral. Oh my god. They're just amazing. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Again, smooth, pigmented, long-lasting, good quality. Really impressed with this brand. And you get so much eyeshadow for the price, even at full price. It just blows me away. Alright guys, we're getting close to the end here. We are getting close, I promise. So this wouldn't be my yearly favorites without mentioning my favorite eyelashes. I never thought in a million years I would be obsessed with false lashes and would wear them constantly and just be obsessed. But I am officially obsessed. So these are all of my 3D foam ink lashes. I just keep them in this empty box here. And these are amazing. Just to show you the packaging, here's what they look like. Again, these are from the AOA Studio line. These are so beautiful. And of course, I'm wearing the jean lashes, which are one of my favorites. Obsessed. Obsessed. They're just so fluffy and full, and they give you that faux mink look, but without using actual mink lashes. These are synthetic, so they are cruelty free. No animals were harmed in making these lashes. Don't buy mink lashes, you guys, because they're really not cruelty free if it's actual mink hair. Just please don't. So use something like this that is synthetic and is going to give you that same look without harming any animals. So if you're looking for a cruelty-free option with lashes that are budget friendly, check these out. Alright guys, moving on to lip products. I only have a couple of, like a few favorites here, just because I'm a creature of habit and I pretty much have been using the same lipsticks and shades that I always wear. So one of my favorite lip glosses, and I've been starting to get into lip gloss again, and these ones from e.l.f. have just been my favorite. I always have one of these in my bag, always. They're hydrating, they're really creamy. These are the e.l.f. Cosmetics tinted lip oils. They come in a lot of like really fun, easy to wear colors. One of my all-time favorites is this pink shade. It's called Petal Pink Kiss. It's a super bright pink, but this looks so pretty on the lips. It's not super bright to where it's like, oh my god, neon pink. It just gives it a little wash of color. But do you see there, it just gives your lips a nice glossy shine, a little bit of hydration, and a little tint of color. These are so good. And then the other one here is from the Modern Metals collection. This you've probably seen in a lot of tutorials, and look, it's just so easy to apply. I don't know, something about it looks kind of like editorial and just kind of soft glam. There's the swatch there. It's just a clear gloss, but there's gold flecks throughout. I really loved the Modern Metals collection from e.l.f. It's just one of those easy, throw it on. It looks soft, but it still looks glam. Love it. I think this is hands down my favorite liquid to matte lipstick formula. It's just so good. So the one I'm wearing today is called Seattle. That's the one I have on today. It's such a beautiful kind of like dusty mauve rose. You guys know I'm a sucker for those dusty mauvey rose, purpley, taupey gray. Kind of a combination of all those things together in one. These are pigmented and beautiful. They have so many amazing colors. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. Their matte black is beautiful. This one, Whiskey and Honey, it's such a weird kind of mustard, yellow, brown. It's just so different. I have Cinnamon Bun, and also Dirty Pumpkin was like my favorite fall shade. I wore this like all fall. Throughout the whole fall season this year. It was just my go-to. It looked so pretty with any sort of fall eye look I did. The formula is amazing. They're long wearing. They're comfortable. They're not too drying, you know, and they wear really well. I love them. They're amazing. Alright guys, that is pretty much all of my makeup favorites for 2019. And I had to very briefly mention some tools that I don't know what I would do if I didn't have these tools to help me apply my makeup or get me through a rough day. Some of my favorite brushes this year definitely are the AOA Studio brush sets. Oh my goodness. The Essential set is my holy grail favorite. These are so soft and amazing. I will of course link all of these brush sets down below. I'm not going to talk about each individual one. We'll be here all day. But love the Essential brushes. This was a recent purchase a while back. This is the Bamboo brush set. Again, I have done a review on these. They're super soft and beautiful. I love this one. The F28 is great for bronzer or for setting powder. These are just phenomenal. Great quality, cruelty-free, budget-friendly. The AOA Studio mirror. This has come in handy so much for when I'm doing lashes, and like when I really need to get up close to a mirror to do really detailed work. This works amazing. It's just a little tiny mirror. I don't want to blind you guys. It is small. It is small, and it does have like a little handle, and it has that kind of you know, that NARS packaging. That's all what I always reference to, or the Elf Cosmetics packaging. It has that kind of smooth type feel to it. It's not just plain plastic, but it's really good. It's sturdy. Again, I think this was like $1 or something, but this has been great. I can easily put my lashes on, see what I'm doing when I'm doing tutorials. It just comes in handy. It's a good handheld mirror. Absolutely loved it. Also, another thing I had to give a shout out to, BH Cosmetics. This is their color switch wheel or changer. I forget the full name, but this is a great dupe for the really expensive one. I'm sure there's tons of dupes now, but it comes in a little tin like this. On the inside has this little mesh like foam, and all you do is you take your brush that's dirty that you used and you swirl it around, and it removes the eyeshadow from your brush, the color, the pigment, and you can go into another color and, you know, start applying that color. Do it again, switch to another color. This has come in handy so many times when maybe I needed to do like more than one look in a day. Usually if I'm filming, I'll do multiple videos at a time. That's just what works for me, pre-filming. So easy to wash. You just pop this out. I just clean it with my regular soap that I wash my brushes with. Let it dry, and you pop it back in, and you can use it over and over and over again. I've probably had this for, I don't know, 2 years, maybe 3 years, and I always forget to mention this, so I had to give a shout out to some tools that have really helped me. And then last but not least, you guys, I had to mention this right here. I know, kind of random, but this is from BH Cosmetics as well. It's their BH Studio Pro number 13 brow brush. So on one end you have your angled brush, and on the other side you have a spoolie. If you use brow pomade to fill in your eyebrows every day, this is a must-have. I've tried so many from like the drugstore and from other like brush sets over the years. This is just still my absolute favorite. I need to purchase a backup, but this has been going strong for a very long time. It's cruelty-free synthetic fibers, and I like how the brush is very small, but it's very sharp. It's nice and stiff, but not too stiff, not too long. It's just perfect. It's the perfect brow brush ever. I had to mention it because I use it so much, and it's one of those things I forget to mention, but it's worth mentioning. Alright, you guys, so that is everything. I know that was so many products. Again, I will have everything linked below. Hopefully there's enough room in that description box to link everything. But that was my 2019 beauty favorites, cruelty-free beauty favorites of the year. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you are new to my channel and you want to see more cruelty-free beauty here. Thank you guys for another amazing year, for watching, liking, commenting. This will probably be the last video that goes up on my channel for 2019. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of pre-filming, that way I can take some time off. So I will be taking a break, not like too long. I hope you guys have an amazing new year, and I'm sending you guys lots of love, good wishes, good thoughts. So without further ado, you guys, I will see you all in the next video. Remember, smarter beauty is better beauty. Bye guys.